Starship Troopers is one of my favourite films from my childhood. I remember tricking the babysitter. Well, I say babysitter. The sitter. Let's call it a sitter. I wasn't a baby in... What old was I in 95? I was 7? 7. Yeah, I was 7. I'm going with 7. So, yeah, so I remember tricking them into letting me rent it out and watch it because I said, oh, it's just like Star Wars. And it turned out it's not like Star Wars. I knew it wasn't like Star Wars. I'd already seen trailers for it on the TV and stuff. And, yeah, of course, they got it for me. I watched it and it was absolutely awesome. And I think it's a great film. I know it was panned when it was released and... for some reason it was panned. I don't know. It's got plenty of action, it's got some comedy, it's got, for the time it had great visual effects, and the visual effects are actually pretty good up to now as well. It's got Michael Ironside in it. I mean, that's an automatic 10 out of 10 right there. You know, you've got Sam Fisher in your movie, then you're winning. But yes, but this is the most recent game, Starship Troopers Terran Command. Now, this is not my review, as I have not completed it yet. However, I do know that there are 19 missions to play through, and that the developers are putting together a roadmap for all the updates, improvements and DLC that they want to do to the game. And the game isn't overly expensive anyway. I think it's about 24 quid. I got it for like 11 off of CD keys, so it's that cheap on there if you want to check that out. But essentially it is what it does what it says on the tin. It's a Starship Troopers real-time strategy. It's not like base building, although you can capture some satellite bases and then you can like redeploy troops and whatnot, but resources are limited, so it's not like you're going to be creating massive armies, well, as of yet, in the story. There are some challenge maps as well as the main campaign, and you can do some custom scenarios. There's no multiplayer as of yet, but I believe they're putting that in, where it's, one person is the Arachnids and the other person is the the Federation. Unfortunately, there's no music from the film. I think if this had the soundtrack from the film, it would be immensely more amazing. Now, the game is it is for fans of Starship Troopers. In terms of being an RTS, it does absolutely nothing individual. It does nothing that's going to break the mold, and it's good. It's good. It's all right. It's not. It's like I say, it's not amazing. I'm not just gonna just be put on the fandom glasses and be blind to it. It's your run-of-the-mill RTS, but just you're shooting at bugs. But the cool thing is that you can take out the bug holes, and you can get different unit types. So you got the engineers, and they can build like Gatling guns and whatnot, and you've got your snipers, and you've got your standard infantry, and the infantry, as they kill arachnids, they can level up, and you can unlock the shotgun attachment for them, or extra grenades, or that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun to play, especially if you're a Starship Troopers fan, and it's just an easy going RTS. One thing I will suggest though is I'm currently playing through it on normal mode. I would play through it on a harder difficulty because the game isn't overly difficult. I'm about halfway through it, but this is just a is it worth picking up video, and I've not, like I said, I've not beaten it yet, but yeah, I'd say absolutely it's worth picking up. I think it's a really cool RTS, and I'm excited to see what the developers are going to bring to it in the future. Slytherin is the publisher, and the Aristocats is the developer, which is a bit of a weird name, but sure. The Aristocrats, why not? But they've been very open, and they're talking and they're listening to the community feedback, and they are prioritizing, working on different parts of the game because they want to make. I'm guessing 100% that this was a very low budget game, which is a shame, because if it was a higher budget, I think it could have been phenomenal. And I have no doubt that one day we'll get close to that if the developers stick to their word and actually do, go ahead and sort things out. But apart from just some funny, weird animation at times, the game's pretty cool. You take part in the Battle of Clendathu, and which if you watch the film, what happens there, and all that kind of stuff. And it's got the tanker bugs in it. It's got the normal warrior bugs. It's got the spitters. It's got the flying ones. It's Starship Troopers, just minus the music, but. I suppose you can have everything in life. But yes, I mean, if you've got like a spare 20-25 quid, and you've been thinking about picking it up, I mean, you can always get your money back on Steam if it's not for you. But Personally, as a Starship Troopers fan, I wanted to support the developers anyway. I mean, I say that, and then I still got it like half price. But you know what I mean. I still wanted to get it, even though I've read reviews and I know that it had some issues at launch, which I believe some of those have been fixed. But yeah, if they just keep doing it and they make it awesome, I'm all for it. But let me know in the comments what you think. Is this a game that you're looking forward to? Have you never even heard of Starship Troopers? Please let me know. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.